the impact that they actually had on the whole planet for like 10 years straight is insane. All of these surgical procedures that people are having now that is so normalized came from the Kardashians.
When I think about going to LA now, I actually feel like I'm going to the Devil's Ground, even though I don't believe that actually.
Yeah,
but
it's not like actual satanic stuff
yeah,
happening.
but I feel that's how you're acting. Like the living Ken dolls there, and these like people that are just so obsessed with that side of life and will do anything to get rich and famous. Hi, and welcome back to Avoiding My Anxiously Attached Boyfriend. I'm anxiously attached Faris, and this is my co-host,
Avoidantly attached Josh. Look at my new hat.
I know, I love that.
Isn't it
Where
cute?
did you get it from?
Got it from Dam.
Fucking hell.
Went to Dam.
We just went to Amsterdam.
I'm going to say just. It was a couple of weeks ago now.
I know, but whatever.
Just went to Dam. It was so
It's like
fun.
we've only got one holiday a year.
I know. Every episode, Amsterdam, you guys.
It was so
crazy.
Good. I love that.
No. And look at my leopard print. These are like snake skin jeans.
So nice.
It's a bit daring, but we thought, why not?
You're so quirky.
So quirky and cool, you guys.
He made me buy him this hat for his Christmas present, and he's got it before Christmas.
They kind of look like a trucker, kind of like a baseball player. We're just going to go with it, okay?
Yeah, go with that.
I wanted to start.
Okay.
I know this is a bit of a
Go for it,
fan theory of what they want it to be anyway.
Okay.
But I want to talk about Harry Potter and specifically how much they fucked it up since Deathly Hallows Part 2.
What do you mean?
So, you know, they tried to do like Fantastic Beasts.
Oh.
And the first Fantastic Beast was quite good. And then they did a second one. And then I think it was like the Dumbledore one. Wasn't a massive...
Wait, so was there 3?
I think there was 2 or 3. I want to say there's 3, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then they kind of changed it as well because Johnny Depp was supposed to be Grindelwald. And then they changed it to that. I want to say Danish actor.
I don't know.
He's in James Bond anyway.
Okay.
And now they're renewing it for its HBO series where they put out a casting call and then they're going to start filming it and it's going to be a 7 series long. Each series is going to follow the book, okay?
I would have auditioned if I knew.
I know. Who would you have played?
Harry, obviously. I'm the star of the show.
I think you can say Malfoy. Potter. No, I'm joking.
Potter.
Now, I have always imagined, since the first one started to come out, the most ideal spin-off series or group of movies that they could do.
Mm-hmm.
I know a few people have wanted this as well. This is not mind-blowingly...
No, because I feel like I know what you're going to say. Like,
yeah.
I feel like we're on the same page. We haven't even spoken about it.
Okay, it's just crazy, you guys. Now, what they should do for Harry Potter, rather than doing all these bullshit series, they should just do the original 4 houses and do an origin story. And I mean, take it back to the beginning of Hogwarts. Do you know what I mean? I want to see Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin, the 4 of them going together and finding this castle and then trying to practice witchcraft and wizardry.
Yeah.
They find this school. They start building it up. Their friends start to join the school. It's good. Oh my God, it's amazing. We're going to make a safe space for everyone that's Wiccan. But then Salazar Slytherin starts to find love for the dark arts. He starts off as their friend. Do you know what I mean? He starts off as like part of the
Crew.
quadruple.
Yeah.
I was going to say trio.
Quadruple.
Quadruple. Whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And then as it's going, he starts to turn darker and darker. He starts missing out on like lessons and teachings and stuff like that. And then it shows how he started the Chamber of Secrets. And it ends like the first season or movie with him really taking on the dark arts. And then say it becomes like 4 movies and each of the movie is centered around one of the 4 houses. It ends with like a massive battle.
Movies or TV shows?
Movie or TV show. It can be adapted into either. And it ends with this massive fight between all of them against Slytherin. And Slytherin dies alongside someone else. Maybe Gryffindor, maybe Ravenclaw, maybe Hufflepuff.
Mabel Hufflepuff.
Mabel Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
But it ends in that kind of way. And then it shows the aftermath of it, of like how it then trickled down into like the houses and how they tried to have like peace and harmony. They need to do that.
Wow.
Do you know what? Have Tom Holland play
You
Godric
sold it.
Gryffindor.
You sold it to me. Because I was actually like,
Yeah.
Maybe we should write a fan fiction book
Maybe
about
we
it.
should. But like, it's so good. And like, even like, who do you think would be good at playing like Salazar Slytherin?
Yeah, you know what? That was a good one.
I feel
Tom
like
Holland.
Timothy Chalamet, if he gets a bit darker,
No.
could potentially.
No, I'm not hiring him.
Okay.
No. I think it's that boy
Who?
from Saltburn.
Yes, he'd be great.
He would be good because he's a
great.
bit weird, a bit creepy.
Yeah. The Irish guy, I think.
Or the guy that played that weird guy on Dune 2.
Or who's the guy from American Horror Story?
Oh, I love him.
I don't know. We're gonna insert a photo. He was in American Horror
And Agatha
Story.
all along.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Like, he would be amazing, and make it really dark and grungy. Do you know what I mean? And like the spells, like they weren't in this time where it was all like light and fluffy. Like it was dark and it was like kill or be killed, and they all had like a bit of a dark side. Make it grungy, make it punchy, make it like dark wizardry, and like change the tone of it completely.
Yeah. Evan
Why
Peters.
are we just
Evan
redoing
Peters.
it? Huh?
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters. I just feel like that's what everyone wants. It's what we should do. And I don't know if it's J.K. Rowling.
It's what everyone wants.
It's what everyone wants.
Okay, it's what you all want, okay?
Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we want to introduce the podcast today. It's
Just
not like I've
on a
been creating
rant.
this in my mind for like
I know,
my whole life.
that was really detailed.
Yeah.
I'm really tempted to do a fan fiction. Like,
We
I'm
should
tempted
do
to
it.
write. Because are we allowed? Like, is that allowed to like write it? Or do you have to get permission?
I mean, as long as you're not making money off it or like actually publishing it. Because then it's like you are stealing someone's
Because then
stuff.
what is fan fiction?
I think they just have like different websites where they put up their stories, but it's not like they're not profiting off it.
Ah. So you're doing it for free. That's interesting.
Or you could probably put it up there, but I'm sure
Yeah, I don't know what the...
JK will come for you.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Batch.
So, Fifi, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really good. I've got a couple of moans.
Standard.
Other than that...
Fifi moaning?
What do you mean?
Never.
I never moan.
Never.
So, I have... Okay, we know, Faraz, you've been doing this crazy diet. We get it. But what the fuck am I doing this for, Josh?
I know.
My IBS has never been worse. Like, literally, today and yesterday were like the only days where my stomach hasn't been fucking killing me. Like, I don't think anyone really understands the pain of like a severe flare up. Just saying. It's really fucking painful. So I've had that to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
My psoriasis is still scaly as ever. Nothing's happening. My stomach fucking hurts. The only good thing is I'm losing a bit of weight. That's it. Other than that, nothing is happening. So that's one moan. The other moan is, if you are a privileged older lady, please fucking move in the sidewalk, okay? Don't just come fucking straight at me and barge into me everywhere I walk, whichever county, country I'm in. Okay, you know who you are. It's literally like they look at you, like we went to Bicester, right? And
they don't give a fuck. They're like, move or be moved.
You're like walking, and she, as if it's like one specific one, is literally like in front and like just has no intention of moving. No intention. She's just like,
no.
You're gonna fucking move for me, bitch. Okay.
I am a white woman in America.
Yeah, literally, like, ease up. All right, move to the side. I mean, maybe some of them are a bit ditzy. Maybe they're a bit like not with it, but like these ones like make eye contact with you.
Yeah,
they're like you're
trying,
fucking
bitch.
Yeah,
no, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I was walking here.
I know.
In the first
I'm sorry.
place.
I'm in this country.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I'll go back to Africa now.
I'm so sorry. No, but seriously, like, stop. So that's 2 moans.
Okay.
I don't think I have like a moan, but more of an observation.
Okay.
We look after a dog sometimes, Phoebe. She was my cousin's dog. My cousin moved back abroad. We kept her, and then my mum gave her to her friend because she loved her so much, and now we look after her every now and then when my mum's friend's busy. Hello. So we had Phoebe. What?
The way your hair's gone.
So we have Phoebe. And I took her out for a walk the other day. And I don't know if it's just that dog, because she's a bit annoying. She's a bit weird.
She is a bit annoying.
She
She's
is.
lovely.
She's you as a dog.
No, but-
She's she's annoying.
Yeah.
She is, isn't she? Like,
she is quite an annoying dog. And it's horrible to say that because she is really cute and she just wants your attention. But you know when you're just like, leave me alone. Just don't- Like, no.
And she like puts her paw up on you all the time.
And, like, she jumps up on you and she always catches my willy.
Yeah.
And she has long fucking claws, so
Yeah.
she'll jump up and she's like, and I'm just like,
yeah. I mean, it's
stressed.
so big, it's hanging everywhere.
It's
to be
just
fair.
fucking everywhere,
But like,
you guys.
yeah, and she's like lays on her back and she pisses everywhere. She's an annoying dog, but
She
bless her,
is.
she's cute
But
and
she's
old.
cute,
Yeah.
but she's just
Yeah.
not the one.
It's just that her personality is a bit shit. And I get it, like, when people have pets and, like, they say, oh, he's a bit like this. And I'm just like, he's a fucking animal, like, shut up. But now I do get it. I'm like, no, Phoebe has a fucking annoying personality. Like, grow up.
Big up Phoebe, though.
Yeah, so I took her out for a walk. And then she has a shit, right? And so... But when she poos, and if anyone owns dogs, like, tell me if this is normal, okay? But when my dog poos, she stares at me and she, like, arches her back and she's, like, stressing, like, trying to get it out. Probably need to sort out her diet. But she stares.
There's a reason for that, though.
No, but she looks really embarrassed and really sad about it. She's like, she kind of, like, looks down, she pushes in, she looks up and she's like, oh my God, why stop?
Do you know what?
There's
There's like stuff being done about like why dogs do that though. It's because it's like safety. Like they're staring at you because it's quite a vulnerable thing for them to do, and obviously they've been like house trained and they've been like bred to.
Oh, now I feel bad.
they've been bred to like rely on humans, right? Like a lot of dogs, the majority of dogs in like Western countries anyway, like
Yeah.
you don't get wild dogs like running around free, do you? So it's like they're staring at you for you to protect them in case danger comes. So if they're going for a
sorry,
more
Phoebe.
a poo, I think, than a wee, but like it's a very like it takes a long
Well,
time.
I'm there. She's right
but
next to
she's
me on a
looking at
leash.
you
Like, she
like,
knows
help
I'm
me,
here.
bitch, because if another dog attacks me, you have to look after me.
Oh, I thought it was.
I mean, check me on that in
I
case
thought
I'm
you
wrong,
mean
but I'm very sure that's
help
the
me
case.
to get the poo out. I was like, I'm not
Are
doing
you
that.
gonna?
Oh, that's why she didn't say like. I thought she was embarrassed and she was like, "Stop looking at me."
No,
Like
it's
I
like a
thought she was
protection
like,
thing.
"Why are you staring at me? I'm trying to have a shit." And I'm like, "I'm so." And I literally said, "Sorry."
I mean, that
looked
also
away.
could be the case.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cute. I'm sorry, Phoebe. I will protect you. I mean, I did protect her. She's still alive.
Yeah,
I think.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
it's fine. So yeah, that was another weird thing.
Love
and I think that's my
that.
moans. Check. What about you? Any moans?
No moans, but do you know what we have been doing recently? Is rewatching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and I am fucking here for it. I've obviously watched them in general, but rewatching the earlier seasons, I cannot deal. That family is hilarious in so many different ways. We've just got to the bit where they go to Bora Bora and Kim loses her diamond earrings.
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
And then Courtney's like, people are dying, Kim.
Yeah.
That needs to be
I
a shout
love
out
that.
here. It's so good. It's so funny. And it just got us thinking about the Kardashians
I know.
in general.
I think it's a little bit of nostalgia though, because like the new, I haven't watched the new one that's out.
Yeah.
Apparently, I didn't even realize. It's so shit. Ever since Hulu, like it's just been absolute shit. Like they're not like fun. They don't really. The old ones, like they actually were just like people in front of the camera
And
doing
it was a
things.
family. You're seeing a family
everyone.
dynamic.
Yeah.
But I think that's also why they're becoming a little bit irrelevant now, because it was fun to see them grow from like this random messy family into these not like amazing, but like these big like superstar groups. Do you know what I mean? And like at first for the couple of seasons where they did that, it was interesting, but now it's so highly polished and they're trying to be relatable by like, oh my God, Kim, like she does this sometimes, and Courtney's like, but it just feels a bit fake. Do you know what I mean? And people are a bit over that.
Yeah.
If they kept it like the messy family that they were at the beginning,
Because
you can relate to it.
Because you could tell there was actual issues, like with Scott and Courtney and Rob, and them. Like there was a little bit of fakeness, obviously there because it's a reality TV show.
Yeah.
But you could tell they were like talking about real stuff. Their relationship dynamic with each other was more fun. It was a bit weird. They were a bit incestual, but like in a funny way. Like it was fun and it's nostalgic. Watching it back is so nice. And now I'm like,
it makes you think of like how, for a lot of people, their family dynamic probably is as well. So it's quite nice to see that.
Yeah.
But now I don't know as much.
I know, but it is weird how they had a chokehold on society and like how to look, how to dress, like what the it thing was. Because it was Paris Hilton for a while and then it was like Kim and then Kylie fucking took over the world. Weird.
That is the Kardashians in general. Let me start that again.
The Kardashians in general.
The Kardashians in the impact that they actually had on the whole planet for like 10 years straight is insane. The fact that a family can change the whole beauty standard of modern day people, I don't think has ever really been done in that way. Like even the way that like plastic surgery has now evolved to become a part of a lot of people's lives from like a young age,
Yeah.
with having lip filler, cheek filler, fox eye, brow lift, like all of these surgical procedures that people are having now that is so normalized came from the Kardashians. And I know there's like a bit of a debate and argument, like you can't blame these people for how people in the outside world view themselves. There is a part of that. Everyone is free to do kind of like what they want, and you can't just use it as a scapegoat. Like, I feel bad about my body because of Kylie Jenner. I understand that.
Yeah.
However,
But there's also an extent to that.
Yeah. However, you cannot deny that these people were incremental. Is that the right word? Is that right?
Maybe instrumental, but
that's the word.
fine.
These people were instrumental in the beauty standards of the last 10 years, 100%. And I feel like it started with Kim. Do you know what I mean? Like she did start this whole like thick womanly look.
Are you okay, hon?
I'm not okay with that. But she did, I feel like, start that kind of like trend. However, then you get into the waters of where did they get that from? Do you know what I mean? Like you look at the earlier seasons, they are very influenced by Black people and Black culture. You just have to look at who they've all dated, Kourtney kind of being the exception, and their kids are all of color to some degree. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of comes into like, does it become blackfishing? Does it come from like taking parts of people's cultures or stuff that like is physically embedded in certain cultures? And then using that to glamorize the way that you look and like push forward into this like narrative of like how women should look. Or I don't know. I thought you started laughing, then it took me off cutting for a sec. No?
No.
Okay, I thought I was like fucking up with what I was saying. What was I saying?
Fuck knows, I wasn't listening.
Sorry to interrupt this amazing episode, but we need to do a little plug in here. If you're not subscribed, please do.
Oh, it does smell.
Otherwise, Faris's smell will get worse because he can't afford deodorant. But if you want this channel to keep growing and you want to get bigger guests, you want us to get bigger guests and get more interesting conversations.
This is going really well.
And want to stop us being messy ass bitches, please like, subscribe, and
Share,
push the bell button.
Follow on Instagram, whatever. Like, just
on
do
TikTok.
that shit.
And also for audio listeners, I feel like we're a little bit shit. Press the bell icon. I think that's on Spotify.
I think you can save as well on Apple Podcasts.
Save, download, whatever it is.
Like, you have to fucking do to get us paid. Do it, okay?
We release our main episode on a Monday at 5 p.m. and then that's the same on YouTube. And we also started doing archive clips now, which are super fun. And they're basically short little 10-minute snippets of previous episodes that we release on Fridays at 5 p.m. as well.
Anyway, back to the episode. Bye. I don't listen to you. I just stare blankly until you're done talking.
Yeah, you're doing so. That's because I saw your lips twitch and smile, and I
was smiling because I was thinking about how cute you looked with your little hat on. And like the way you looked while you were talking, you just looked really cute. So I was just like, oh.
Oh, okay. I thought you like laughing and it threw me off a little bit. I was like, oh my God, did I just make it really funny?
I didn't
like, this is not making the fucking cut.
No, is it just like, oh, you're looking with his little hat. I think he's so cool.
It's so cool, you guys. Okay, let me like
restart. Yeah, Kardashians are like stupid.
But like, yeah, and then you go into the waters of, you know, a lot of them have been done for catfishing at certain points of their life. You know, like Kylie did that campaign where like her skin was very, very dark. And they kind
catfishing or blackfishing?
Blackfishing. Oh. They don't catfish.
I mean, a little bit.
They kind of catfish, but like blackfishing where, you know, they're taking parts of what they like from Black women and it's okay on them because they're white women, but then it's kind of like been demonized for Black women to look that particular way. So I don't know, it kind of goes into loads of different things now, but that has just like spanned over to different communities. Like I feel like they originally started like this new trend for like plastic surgery for women. I know that that had always kind of been a thing, but to the degree that it is now, it's definitely been magnified by 100. But that's also kind of then gone into different communities, like the gay community. It's
Oh,
quite
interesting.
common for gay, I'm thinking more of the gay men's side of it, to have lip filler now, to have their cheeks done, to have stuff done with their eyes, to like maybe not like a fox eyebrow lift, but something similar in some kind of way. And outside of the gay community, even straight men now, a bit of lip filler done, you know, a little bit of face tightening, like
Especially if you're from Essex.
if you're from yeah. No shade.
Oh, there was something about like plastic surgery, and I didn't realize that. I can't remember who said it. Someone was talking about it, and basically, it was about plastic surgery for celebrities is ahead of its time before it's like available for like members of the public, because everyone now has lip fillers. Like everyone has, because we spoke a bit about like designer bags and designer stuff and houses or whatever. I feel like it's really accessible to everyone. So like the average person like down the market, down at Asda, has now got lip fillers. Like that would never have happened before. But they all have that now, kind of because of the whole reality TV in general. Like anyways, Essex, made in not so much made in Chelsea, but like Love Island, and then like Keeping Up with the KKs. They were like the ones that
I can bend her.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that, and I was like, oh, I remember when she did the X-ray for her butt implants.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't have butt implants, but like, then there was people saying that like, okay, but celebrities have access to these new surgeries, plastic surgeries that people don't know about yet. So at the time, this person believed that she was doing, is it a Brazilian butt lift?
Yeah.
There's a procedure that they don't actually use implants, they use your own fat.
Yeah.
And so she was like, but that's what probably that was back then.
Kim had that done,
but not implants. But the only thing that the general public knew about at that time was implants. So when she did the X-ray and showed that it was just fat and not implants, everyone's like, oh, okay, she doesn't have one.
Yeah.
But now knowing what we know, because now those procedures are available to lots of people, they were like, that's what she had like 15 years ago.
Interesting, yeah.
So,
and that's true, because now there's certain like celebrities.
Do you remember when Kylie tried to say she didn't get her lips done?
How?
I mean, bless her, she was really young, and like I get it, because watching the older series, like her face is like completely different to what she looks like now. So obviously there was a lot of insecurities there, but it was so funny how she tried to play it off and be like, no, it's just my lip gloss. Like that's why my lips
just
like,
do that.
that's why I think they
line.
deserve some shit though. That's why I do think. So maybe that's a bit harsh, not deserve some shit, but like that's why I do think they should have something said to them, because they
have some accountability.
Yeah, they are the ones that made money off that. They are the ones that lied about it. They are the ones that want this look because they want money and they want to be loved and whatever. Again, maybe it's their patriarchy, but like they wanted all that stuff. So yes, maybe someone who gets plastic surgery or does something that they shouldn't have done, wouldn't have done it too young, whatever, should blame them, because they are public figures. And she lied and said her lip gloss made her lips like that. That's a big lie.
Made her into a billionaire.
Yeah, and that's not cool. False advertisement, it's a lie. I understand you shouldn't have to give up all your information, but you're a public figure. You chose to be a billionaire, fake billionaire, from all of that. So that's what you did. So you deserve to be called out on it and be like, no, you can't lie and say, my lip gloss made my lips big. Because it didn't. Surgery did.
It was the filler.
It was the fillers.
It was the fucking filler that did it. But this also isn't to villainize them. Like, they obviously wanted fame and money, and so do a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they found the best way that makes it work for them.
True.
So you can kind of I look at the Kardashians in two different ways. One, I'm like, you've had a massive impact on the beauty standards of today and how a lot of women feel about themselves.
Like the darker side of
them.
them.
The darker side of them. But on the flip side of it, go fucking Kris Jenner. She has revolutionized the whole world into what it is now, in a way.
She worked hard.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And she has put her whole family on the top of celebrity highlights of the world. Do you know what I mean? And they have all done amazing things in their own right and have all been very successful. And I can't think of another family, unless they're royal and it's been passed down from bloodline, that have managed to do that from like a group of people. Like, it is insane.
Especially with nothing specific, like no singing, no acting.
No.
There's not like a specific reason that they're famous or their family's famous. It's just like
famous for famous sake.
Yeah, which I think, that was they were quite cool at pioneering
It is
that.
very
Yeah,
admirable.
it is cool. But like, it does give me this thing because we were meant to go to LA next year, which we've decided not to do. It does make me think like the dark side of them, and I don't think I'm saying it in the same way that like other people say this. You know, like Candace Owens, whatever. Like, I'm not saying devil worshippers sacrifice babies. They might do. I don't know, but that's not what I'm saying. I think of it as like more sinister in the sense of like selling your soul for money, not so much like actually selling your soul to the devil, but there's something icky. There's a weird icky feeling I have about LA at the moment, and like not the whole of America, obviously, but I think LA more specifically. Just that whole vibe where it's so important to have like money and fame and look a certain way and put your kids on TV and show your
Yeah.
birth on TV. I know those are older, but like newer stuff like all your daughters, like the sex tapes, there's like almost like a sadistic weirdness about it. Even though I do like them, like I do watch them,
Yeah.
I get this weird feeling about it now where I'm a bit like, wow, like we really are vapid and we really don't give a fuck about the world or life anymore. Like it is just money, fame, and plastic. And then I just, when I think about going to LA now, I actually feel like I'm going to the devil's ground, even though I don't believe that actually.
Yeah,
But
it's not like
I had
actual satanic stuff
yeah,
happening.
but I
However,
feel
you're
that's how you're acting. Like these like the living Ken dolls there, and these like people that are just so obsessed with that side of life and will do anything to get rich and famous.
Yeah.
And like the whole P Diddy thing, like there's and Weinstein, and I'm sure there's like hundreds of thousands of other disgustingness men things going on there. Like it feels very satanic. It feels very gross. It's just like I don't know. I just feel like a bit icky about it now.
I do think that a lot of people are starting to have certain feelings towards America in general, because I think like more the younger generation are a little bit more like, I don't know, more woke towards it. But like growing up, America was like where it's at.
The dream.
It was the American
really was,
dream.
yeah.
Like you need to go to California if you want to make it. If
Yeah.
you want to be an actor, if you want to be anything of significance, you need to make sure that you're in America. All of our TV shows, movies, music was all based there, and it showed America in a very particular light.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think now with all the things that are kind of being uncovered about it, you're like, you can have the American dream and you can go over there and make your life into this amazing thing 100%. But what is the cost of that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And it reminds me of a story that I saw the other day. I don't know if anyone remembers this girl called, it was either Nikki Keaton or Nikki Heaton. And she was this like American kind of like Instagram model kind of thing. And she's just like released a couple of statements about P. Diddy from like everything that's happening. And she was like, she was on her way to be like the next like Tate McRae and like basically the next pop star.
I just don't know what any of these
Tate
names.
McRae is like that, you know, the Subway girl where she like does the... No.
I'm going to pretend I know because...
Yeah. Anyway. And she was set to be that, and she was like this Instagram model kind of thing. And then she said that she went to she went to meet like P. Diddy, who was like her idol or something like that. And she was like, if there's one bit of advice I'd give to the younger generation, she was like, never go to meet your idols because it will warp your whole perception like on life. And then she fell off the face of the earth. So there's lots of like people imagining what could have happened, the whole P. Diddy thing, of course. But it did make me think that like, it's so true. And especially like the younger generation who are like going to like follow their dreams in like America and that, like, I just feel very sad for a lot of like child actors and child musicians who kind of get pushed into it from like their parents.
Yeah.
They of course want to be famous and of course want the limelight. Like a lot of people do growing up. Like when
you do want
when
that.
you're a kid,
Yeah,
like when you're a
kid.
teenager, you're like, I want to be famous. I want
Yeah.
to be a singer. I want to
Yeah.
sing in front of all these people. I want to be like on the face of this billboard. Like it's what a lot of people grow up wanting.
I still stand, you know, we spoke about it on George's episode, like when we went on his podcast, like, I still stand with the fact that I think these child stars who were abused, I think their parents should be convicted.
100%.
I don't think it should just be like the person that did it. Obviously, it should be that, but I think their parents should be, because
You have
I
a
think it's
duty of care.
massive failing, and it's basically neglect. And I don't see why they should get away with it just because they wanted some money and they wanted to sell out their kids for money. Like, no.
And there's a difference between a parent helping their kid achieve their dream and taking them there. But if something happens, you take them out straight away.
But be in the room.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are your kids by themselves in these rooms? I think it's disgusting. I think the parents are almost worse than the perpetrators.
It's so strange.
How could you trust in any mindset, right? Even at schools, you have like a little bit of like, okay, at least there's multiple children, there's multiple teachers. Like, how could you trust a 14, sometimes younger, sometimes 6-year-olds, but like a 14-year-old, a 15-year-old to go in an executive meeting, business meeting with these massive names by themselves, go into rooms with them, like, absolutely
No
fucking
way.
not. You're not working anyway, you ugly bitch, because you are getting money from your kids.
Yeah.
So go to the fucking studios every day with them. Go and sit in while they're acting. Be with them 24/7. It's your full-time job. You're rinsing them anyway.
Yeah.
How dare you? You're all disgusting. I feel
And
very
you
strongly
see-
about it. Yeah.
And you see the difference in parenting. Not to slate a parent, but Justin
Slate them.
Bieber's
Yeah.
parents
Yeah,
gave up
I slate them.
ownership or guardianship to Justin Bieber for
They're
48
disgusting.
hours
Yeah.
to go with P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Weird. Why would you ever do that?
Yeah.
So strange. But then you have, on the flip side of it, Zara Larsson and her mum was in the room 24/7 when she was a teenager. It's quite funny because she did an interview and she was saying, like, at the time I was so like annoyed, like, why are you with me everywhere, mum? Like, it's so annoying. Like, I want to chill. Like, I want to do this. She's like, but looking back, it's insane because
Yeah.
I was so protected by my mother in that situation. But then does that kind of come into a difference between like America and Europe?
Maybe. The
Does
thing is,
that?
I
don't know.
I was thinking a little bit about it. Like, okay, these parents aren't necessarily the most educated. They're not necessarily the most worldly experienced. Like, they are just human beings. And maybe when you see a big famous person with a big name, there's an imbalance of power. You feel a bit weird to say, no, my kid's not coming with you, blah, blah, blah. There's that slight disclaimer where it could be uncomfortable for them. They probably don't know what their rights are. They probably don't know if they can take their kid away. I get that. But I think you're a parent, and it's something so different to anything else. It's not about a relationship. It's not about your friend. This is your child. It doesn't matter if you don't understand. It doesn't matter if you don't feel comfortable. Like, you should be doing everything in your power to make sure that child's protected.
Yeah.
So even if you feel uncomfortable telling P. Diddy no, or he can't go to your house, that worry about him getting fired or him not having a record should not even be in your mind. Like, the safety should be first. And it still kind of highlights that it's not. It's the money and the fame that was first. So I really want to see from both sides. I really want to be nice and diplomatic, but I think they're fucking shit parents and I hate them because I think people like that are stupid. But each to their own. And I don't know if it's different in Europe or America. Sorry, that was the...
Yeah, I don't know. Have you got a little gamey?
I do have a little gamey wamey.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're going to need to insert pictures and stuff for this one because...
We don't?
Well, not yet because it's not started.
Okay.
Stop that.
Stop
Name
doing that.
Okay, so... Okay, I think we have 2 rounds.
Okay.
This game, everyone, is... I'm going to give you 3 news outlets headlines, newspaper headlines,
Look at
whatever.
that 5 head, guys. Oh my God.
Hush now.
Okay.
Hush now. 3 newspaper outlet headlines. 2 of them are true. 1 of them is a lie. Okay? You have to tell me which one's a lie.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Are you ready for the headlines?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So, first round. Rescuers learn that toxic bird they found was actually a seagull covered in curry. Oh, I should do it in a newsreader voice.
Yeah.
Is the world getting smaller or are people just getting fatter? People sticking random objects up their bum is costing the NHS hundreds of thousands a year.
The first one and the last one is definitely true. The second one is like fake.
Wait, what?
So the first one about
Rescuers
the
learn
seagull
exotic bird, yeah.
covered in curry
Okay.
is 100% true.
Okay.
I can imagine it in the sun or I don't know.
Uh,
The last one is probably true. The middle one seemed a bit tame, so I'm like, that's probably not true.
what was the middle one?
I can't remember.
Is the world getting smaller or
Yeah.
are people? Yes, you're right.
I knew it.
That's the fake one. But how funny is that story? Rescuers learned that exotic bird they found was actually a seagull covered in curry. How stupid is that?
Because that's so...
English.
Yeah.
That's so British of
That's
us.
so true. The most outrageous are always the right one. Have you seen... There was like these things of like... Sorry to interrupt this.
Yeah.
but like how the media has like targeted Cher over the years, and the Sun has been
Cher.
Cher.
Why? What's she done?
Nothing. She's just obviously like an older lady going out to get the milk or something.
Oh right.
And she's obviously not as dolled up as she is when she's like in front of the camera. And they're like, dying Cher's last wish.
Oh my God.
Cher on her deathbed. Say goodbye to Cher. Our last moments of Cher. And it's like 7 or 8 different like news
Cher
clipping, like
alone,
the front
babes.
page. And they just fucking hate her. And I'm like,
God.
let this woman live. Like,
The
why is
news
it-
back in the day used to get away
Savage,
with
circle of
murder.
shame,
Even
like-
now, it's still bad, but they used to be horrible.
So bad.
Like people would just be chilling at the beach and
OK
they'll look at this
magazine
fat
and-
fucking whore
Yeah.
with her fucking gut hanging out, stupid
so
slag.
bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad what they
Yeah.
used to do.
I wish I worked there. Anyway, round 2. Fight. 2 truths, 1 lie. Name the lie. Woman gets shot by 2-year-old after telling him he's not allowed ice cream. Manchester man draws penises around potholes so that city will fix them. Guys who says God sends natural disasters to punish all gays has his home destroyed by a natural disaster.
The first one's fake. The last 2 are real.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Was my fake one's not that good?
No, at first I thought the first one was real, but then I was like, the penis one, I've definitely like, I can imagine that.
Yeah.
And the last one, I'm like, I can imagine that being like a news line. What was the first one again?
Woman gets shot by 2-year-old after telling him he's not allowed ice cream.
That does also sound right.
I had nephew in our head. I love the guy says God sends natural disasters to punish gays, has his home destroyed by
I know.
because then it means he's gay. Do you get it? Because it's
Do you like boys? That was weird.
Are you high? Okay, so I think that's
Thank
it.
you, guys.
We did so well.
It's
Well
been-
done, Josh. You did so
I
well.
did so well. I got all of those right. We're so
Mhm.
happy. Thank you guys for joining us on
Thank
another
you.
episode of Avoiding My Anxiously Attached Boyfriend. I am Josh, and this is my co-host and partner and little bitch.
Faris. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow for more so that we can continue to do this. And we'll catch you next Monday at 5.